just an honor to be asked to stand in front of each and every one of you and just give a little bit of information so that you can use it to help your business as well. First thing I'd like to do, though, is give it up for Mr. Bernie Chua. Everybody give it up for Mr. Bernie Chua, his lovely wife, Adeline. Josie and Shane Moran, I tell you guys, absolutely incredible people. Give it up for them as well. And also Mr. Holton Buggs and Erlene Buggs, you guys. None of us would be here without these three incredible couples that have now given each and every one of us a chance to improve our lives from a health standpoint as well as from a wealth standpoint. And then I'd like everybody to give a big round of applause for my lovely wife, Deanna, my daughter, Casey, my two business partners, absolutely. You guys, I can tell you one of the biggest blessings that I've had in this business is to be able to work with my family. And I know many of you in the audience now have that same aspiration to maybe work with your children, maybe to work with your spouse and be able to create something that you can call your own, that you did it together, right? And I also have another daughter. Give it up for my other daughter, Miss Cassidy Nilsens. She's actually, or Cassidy Reed is her name. You guys, she can't fly right now because she has this little condition called pregnancy, so she wasn't able to make it here. So I'm going to be a grandfather again, and so I'm extremely excited about that. But I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I want to dive right into the information, you guys, because I have a limited amount of time to speak with you this afternoon, and I just want to share with you the importance of doing a mixer, okay? How many of you guys have heard of a mixer before, right? Well, let me start by saying this. How many of you guys have heard the saying, sometimes we hear but we don't listen, right? And sometimes we listen but we don't hear. Right? Some of you in this audience today have heard this information before. I want to challenge you, as well as the new people who have never heard it at all. I would like to challenge you to both hear and listen at the same time. And the reason why is because, you guys, success is very predictable. Success is very predictable. If you do the activities that others have done, you can achieve the same results that they've achieved. How many of you guys have heard that before? Right? And I can tell you that each one of these people in the diamond area, you guys, the successes in Organo, they have accomplished this. They've accomplished what I'm going to talk about, what I've been privileged to share with you today. And I want to talk about the importance of a mixer. You guys, it's actually one of our steps, right? Step 3 is to do a mixer, right? Do 4 per week is what we suggest, right? One of the biggest challenges I get, or the biggest questions I get, is how in the world am I going to do 4 mixers a week? How am I going to do that, right? It was one of the first questions I asked. How am I going to do that? How am I going to stay that busy? How am I going to be able to get that many people? Well, I can tell you guys, if you do the work, the mixers will come. And what I mean by that is you're responsible for one. You're responsible for one mixer, okay? I would set a goal or a target in that mixer to create volume, create revenue, right? Mixers are done for a variety of reasons, but one of those is to move product, to move it retail, sell to the people that come over. If they're not interested in the business, like Mr. Shane Moran says, they are your customers. Go ahead and move some product to that person, sell them a box of black, latte, maybe some shakes now. You guys, think about that. You have another tool in your toolbox where you can actually do a mixer and just do shakes. We always lead with the coffee, but we're not changing, right? We're just adding another tool to the toolbox. When you do that, set a goal of 1,000 points. We have a term, many of you have heard it. I really want you to hear it again. Listen to it. 5 and 1,000. Create 1,000 points, right? That's what the 1,000 stands for. What does the 5 stand for? Have 5 qualified guests. Have a goal to introduce the product, introduce the information to at least 5 people every time you do a mixer. You guys, what this does is it maximizes your time. You're a businessman, you're a businesswoman. You want to be able to maximize your time by delivering the information to as many people as possible. In that mixer setting, you guys, it's actually a very intimate setting because you're going to be able to have dialogue with people. You're going to have that comfortability where they're used to being in your home. You see, there's a journey that every single person in this room will take. I'm going to share with you just briefly our journey because that's all I know. I know what it took for us to do what we've done and accomplish some of the things we've been able to do. And we started by, first of all, trusting the leadership. See, you guys, when we got started, we really didn't join Organo. We joined the vision of three men. See, somebody shared us the vision. They shared with us the vision. It actually came through Mr. Rod Smith. Give it up for Mr. Rod Smith, you guys. He actually helped us through somebody who got started. Everybody else quit, and then we got to now plug in with Mr. Rod Smith. You guys, it's a blessing that we've been able to do that. And he was shown the vision by Mr. Holton Buggs. So you see, I also understand that the information is freshest, the closest to the source that it comes from, right? Would you guys agree? The closer to the source you are to the information, the more pure that information is. And you know what? We chose to believe that Bernie Chua, Shea Moran, Holton Buggs were going to become the most admired corporation in the entire world. That they were going to do what they said they were going to do, because that's one of the key points of leadership is always do what you say you're going to do. And you know what? I saw those men work tirelessly to go ahead and get that done. And they made a suggestion. Mr. Holton Buggs made a suggestion. I was fortunate enough to meet him very early in our Organo career, if you want to call it that. And it was 6 weeks, you guys. The reason I got to meet him 6 weeks into the business is because we had achieved the level of Sapphire. This was our journey. We went Sapphire in 6 weeks, not even knowing what we were doing. We actually were just sharing the information, sharing the product with people, and people were buying it, and people were getting started. We didn't know how to do a mixer because we were never shown how to do a mixer. You see, the person that got us started actually quit the business. They quit the business after they got their fast start bonus, and we never saw that person again. But we heard enough to know that this might just be it. This might just work. We got to meet Mr. Holton Buggs, and he suggested that we do 4 mixers, right? 4 mixers a week is what he suggested, but we heard 4 a month. That's what I heard. So we set our mixer for Tuesday night. You guys, we have not missed a single Tuesday night, not one single Tuesday night since January of 2009. January of 2009, we started doing our mixer. Responsibility. We took the responsibility of doing our mixer, sharing the information with people. We have never missed a Tuesday night in 7.5 years. What happened is people got started. We suggested that they do a mixer. And then they get people started and they do a mixer. Making people responsible for doing their own mixer. You guys, whose business is it? It's your business. It's your business. You're the CEO of your own company. You're the head of your company. The only way your company is going to grow is if you go out there and share this information. And you share the information through mixers. Mixers generate sales, and they generate business associates, business partners. You guys, by doing that, our journey went 9 months to Ruby, 15 months to Emerald, 25 months to Diamond. See, I shared this with a gentleman a while back, and he got an attitude. Anybody know that people can have an attitude? He said, well, why didn't it take you 18 months? Right? Because we have an 18-month plan, right? I said, I don't care that it didn't take me 18 months. We're still diamonds in Organo, and nobody can ever take that away from us. And so what we did though, you guys, is we consistently did a mixer. He suggested that we shoot for 1,000 points per mixer. 1,000 points per mixer with 5 qualified guests, you guys. What's going to happen is as you start to do that and you start to accomplish those goals of generating 1,000 points per mixer, if you do 4 per week, that you're generating $4,000 worth of volume per week yourself. You are generating it because you're actually sharing the information with people. You're actually moving product. You're selling your product. See, you should not have inventory of coffee in your home. If you have inventory of coffee, boxes of coffee stacking up in your garage or in your closet, it's because you're not talking to enough people. You guys, coffee moves very easily into the market, right? It's the simplest thing to move into the market. 4,000 points a week times 4 weeks in a month, and guess what? You just went Sapphire. You guys, I say it that way because that's what happened to us. In 6 weeks' time, you guys, we actually had generated 20,000 points in revenue in 6 weeks, and we didn't even know what Sapphire was. We didn't understand what it was, even the significance of it, because all we did was trust the leadership to do what they suggested that we do, and then maybe we could have the same results. And what happened is we started teaching other people to do the same thing, you guys, and mixers started to happen. Do you realize if you teach 13 people, just 13 people in your organization in 3 different legs, doesn't matter, 13 people that do that same thing, you'll generate diamond revenue every single month? See, what happens, you guys, is now people take responsibility for their own businesses, and you start to generate incredible, incredible results.